Hello and welcome you guys. So today I just wanted to show you guys this Gunnera. This is a large ornamental rhubarb. It's a perennial plant. It's cold hardy to -15 degrees Celsius, and it requires a little bit of protection with burlap sacks or straw later on into the season, into the winter. And I just really wanted to show you the scale of these leaves. Some of them are up to 5, even 6 feet wide. This plant has an overall height of up to 12 feet, and it has these really interesting reproductive structures. This over here is the pollen spike. This here is its flora of this plant. One thing I wanted to say is you want to avoid touching the leaves. It's also very spiky and it's a natural skin irritant. I don't know if you've ever seen the corpse flower or Titan arum, but that's kind of how these prehistoric type plumes of foliage originate. So this here dies back. It's completely herbaceous. It dies back underneath the soil level in the winter time. And at that time I recommend covering them in straw and then covering the straw in the old desiccated leaves, and you can create a little tarp for them. And you can self-compost that on top. That's just simply to protect the crown. So now these plants here like ample moisture, but you don't want to rot their crowns. And they are spreading, they're mounding in habit, and I just think it's a really cool foliage plant, especially if you have the space to accommodate them. Now, if there's any plant I've ever talked about in a video where I say I absolutely do not recommend planting it into a container or a pot, it's this one here. It really doesn't like to be moved, and it also really doesn't like to be constrained to a container, yeah. So at that, I mean, this is an absolutely fantastic, just prehistoric looking foliage plant with interesting seeding structures as well. It's highly toxic, so do not touch it. Wear gloves if you're going to handle this plant, but it's very long-lived. It's long-lived up to 15-20 years. It's a heritage perennial, and it does very well in North America, particularly in temperate zones as well, if you give it ample moisture. This plant here does like soils that are quite fertile. It likes humus-rich soils that aren't extremely sandy. And at that, I hope you'll have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching.